All right, so after being here for 3 weeks and nearly 3 weeks and literally having the time of my life in so many ways, I have realized that I've kind of overshot in terms of what I can handle in terms of not just finance, but social overwhelm as well. So I'm going to come home a month early, even if it costs me a little bit to change my flights, because I really want to get back and get my life in order so I can come and live here for a little bit. Hopefully in the next kind of 2 to 3 years for, I don't know, maybe 6 months or so. I've been to amazing poetry gigs, met a bunch of cool people, made heaps of new friends, which has been so easy because everyone's been so friendly. I don't know if it's like the UK in general or the circles I travel around. I certainly think there's something to be said for hip-hop heads, D&B heads and poets all just generally being very welcoming communities. The gig in Manchester on Sunday absolutely blew my mind in terms of performance, lyricism, stage presence from the MCs and singers. Oh my God. How everyone parties and how welcoming everyone was. I've left that gig with like a Google Doc full of contacts. And as well as seeing like a few of my favorite vocalists and producers, everyone on the lineup was just absolutely mint. I was just blown away by the friendliness, openness, generosity of everyone. And just from that one gig, I was like, I want to live in Manchester or somewhere in the UK for a little bit. So yeah, I'm going to go to Sardinia, still do Ireland, come back to the UK, and then the rest of Europe that I was planning, that's all right. I'll do it another time. But the moral of the story is it's okay to change plans and realize you've made mistakes. I kind of booked my flight in November on a whim because it was the cheapest within the 6-month bracket that I was looking at, not thinking about how much time that was and how much energy I was going to have without, burning the candle at both ends when I'm used to being so much of a hermit and introverted. I live on top of a hill in the middle of the rainforest. And, even when you're around the most amazing people, doing that for 4 months when you're not used to being around people and you're used to having a routine where every day you come home and you have complete control over all of the sensory things, is like, yeah, this is going to be challenging. It's already challenging now, and I was meant to have 9 more weeks, so I'm cutting it down to 5 or 6 so I can go home, save money, and then come back here and live somewhere and teach over here in a couple of years. So yeah, the clarity comes from how good the experiences have been with everyone. Like, yeah, I just cannot show enough gratitude for everyone that's put me up, everyone I've interviewed, everyone I've met, and all the friends, I haven't seen for like 10 years is generally the rule of like time it's been between catch-ups with some of these legends. And yeah, it's fine. Like, it's what I need to do. At first I was like, oh, you're an idiot. You should have really thought things through a little bit more, even though I did heaps of pre-planning. But that's one thing about, about me, and I guess it is to do with having ADHD as well, in the sense of make lots of plans, but there's still a lack of impulse control in terms of like actually stopping and thinking about the logistics and what I can handle mentally, cognitively, emotionally. I've also been living away from the property for 1.5 years. So I think when I had a week turnover from getting back to home from Wilcannia, and not living there for 1.5 years, except for holidays, there is a bit of separation anxiety from the property as well. So I've got to get that back on track. I'm very privileged to be paying off the block of land that I was born on. But the only time that privilege is a double-edged sword is when you're overseas and paying a mortgage off while you're trying to travel and pay for accommodation. and do the couch surfing thing, which I'm at my second couch surfing place in a row, and both hosts are, the family that hosted me in Manchester and friend hosting me here in London have just absolutely blown my mind in terms of hospitality and how awesome the conversations have been, as have everyone on this entire trip. So, yeah, moral of the story is, if you do something that you think maybe, a couple of months down the line, you go, wait a minute, that was kind of a bit dumb. Don't beat yourself up about it. It is absolutely okay to make mistakes and go back on your own decisions. I think that's one of the worst things we can do is be too kind of stiff with going, I have to commit now because I've made that decision. You don't. So, I'm sorry that I won't get to see all the other parts of Europe that I was going to see, but I'm happy that I have made this decision. As soon as I committed mentally, I haven't changed my flights yet. Whew, big weight off my shoulders, because it also means I don't have to be like hyper vigilant and hyper frugal, and I can just enjoy this knowing that I'll be home a little bit sooner. So yeah, it is what it is, and I'm gonna have a better time for the next 5 to 6 weeks because I've made that decision and because I've gone back against what my original plans were. You have to be able to improvise in life. Coming from a freestyle rapper, it's probably easier said than done. But big shout outs to every single person that has been a part of this journey, and will continue to be a part for the next little while. And I'll be seeing Australia kind of mid-October-ish, getting straight back into work so that I can do more well-planned, well-prepared travels. And maybe with all these documentaries, someone, film company, SBS, ABC, might go, let's give this guy $100,000 to travel properly and interview people. You never know.